against Britain is the Finnish team, with Mauno Jokinen in the 714 brake horsepower four-wheel drive bi-turbo Porsche. Also the 1987 European champion, Seppo Niittymaki, with the Peugeot 205 T16, also developing over 650 brake horsepower. Timo Virtanen, a driver very rarely seen outside Finland, but he's been their champion with his long-wheelbase Audi Quattro. Jukka Peltari with his 900 brake horsepower bi-turbo Porsche, and then the Ford RS200 of Pekka Rantanen, and the Lancia Delta S4 of Matti Alamäki. A very strong team from Sweden, with Ole Arnesson, the 1986 European champion, and his Audi Quattro Sport. He's followed by Dan Andersson with the Ford RS200, whilst the matching pair of Audi Quattro Sports of Sven Lestander and Anders Karlsson make up part of the Swedish team. They also have a matched pair of black Ford RS200s, driven by Michael Nordstrom and Rolf Nielsen. Something of giant killers are the Belgian team, led by Mark Vereke with the long-wheelbase Audi Quattro, the 1986 Belgian Division 1 champion Robert Verreken with his four-wheel drive Golf GTI 16-valve. And then the two most powerful cars in the Belgian team, the Porsche 911 bi-turbo four-wheel drives of Ludo Stoikas and Paul Kumpen. An unusual shape in Rallycross is the four-wheel drive Renault Alpine V6 of Eddie Nutz. Whilst 10-time Belgian champion has come out of retirement, Françoise Monton, driving John Smith's ex-Martin Schenker X-Track Escort. Representing Germany is number 55, Torsten Ahrens, with the four-wheel drive Golf GTI. A similar engine is fitted to Peter Roerig's Audi 80 Quattro. And then we've got Hans Kirchhoff with the Porsche 911 four-wheel drive. Adolf Heinz has the 20-valve Audi Quattro Sport engine in his long-wheelbase car, whilst behind him we have yet another Porsche, this time the car of Peter Bonn. And bringing up the rear for the German team, we have a very unusual rallycross car, the Nissan Cherry 16-valve four-wheel drive of Wolfgang Schrader. Next we have a two-wheel drive team, Denmark with Arne Jorgensen in his Porsche 911 Turbo and the similar car of Henrik Jakobsen. They're followed by John Christiansen with his Volkswagen Golf, whilst yet another Porsche belongs to the driver Flemming Kjærstedt. Behind them we have a Group A car, the Opel Manta i200 of Vagen Lorentzen. Whilst the only four-wheel drive car in the Danish team is that of London-based driver Morten Andersen with his Porsche 911. Norway were forced to make some last-minute changes to their team, but they're still led by Thor Holm with his Ford RS200, which is followed by Andreas Narby's Metro 6R4, a last-minute addition. Behind them is Dagfinn Larsen with a 650 brake horsepower bi-turbo Metro 6R4. Another last-minute entry was Bjorn Kopperud with the Group A Volvo 240 Turbo. Whilst we've also got Harold Martensen with a Grand Prix BMW engined M3 four-wheel drive. In the absence of Alistair Galloway's Audi Quattro, the Irish team's led by Kenny McKinstry's four-wheel drive Ford Escort, with Bertie Law's Chevette 2.3, Dermot Carnegie's Ford Fiesta 1600, and Gerard Cregan's Ford Escort rear-wheel drive, being team members. The last member of the team is Ed Colton with his Lotus Sunbeam, a man to watch out for. But now to the home team, led by Will Gollop, who was fourth in Europe this year with his Metro 6R4. He's followed by four times British champion Trevor Hopkins with the Ford RS200. Next we have the Blackbird Dimmu Miropoulos with the Audi Quattro Sport S1. And then one of the home drivers, Mark Rennison with the DSRM Ford RS200 Evolution model. That's followed by the Croft debut of John Welch's new X-Track Opel, and then Croft's own local driver, Mike Shields, son of the circuit owner with his Metro 6R4.